Call the member for South Coast and Speaker.
Thank you, Mr Acting Speaker. As the member for South Coast, of course, I'm very proud that over the past 4 years, my community has seen significant investment in essential government services, community infrastructure and local organisations. And most importantly, we as a government have delivered on our commitments. As I drive the beautiful length and breadth of the Princes Highway throughout my electorate and into its towns and villages I represent, I'm reminded of these significant achievements and, of course, the wonderful environment in which I live and what the environment I represent. As I start my journey down south, I'm reminded of the efforts of the local community to secure the $58 million commitment to replace the Burrell Lake Bridge, a wonderful opening and a wonderful piece of infrastructure for the South Coast, and $21 million to complete the Termeil Creek Bridge deviation, two projects that have been delivered just over the last 2 terms. Representatives from the local community, including Denise Kemp, who campaigned to ensure the bridge's name represented that of the community's wishes. And then travelling further north, and perhaps the most significant, would be the purchase of the former Shoalhaven Anglican School in Milton. I can now proudly say that the New South Wales Government has purchased the school site in Milton, and consultation has begun with the community to determine how best to use the school and its grounds to help alleviate pressure on Ulladulla High School and other primary schools in the area, including Butterwang Special School. I thank sincerely Minister for Education Rob Stokes for listening to the South Coast community, as well as the 10,000 people who signed the petition calling on the New South Wales Government to acquire the site. I thank the community most sincerely for their hard work, including Grant Schultz and members of the Ulladulla Community Forum who collected these signatures, thousands of them, it demonstrated to the government how important this issue was in the purchase of this school site to our community. Also in Milton, what a beautiful town, the beloved Milton Library, my beloved Milton Library, which is currently undergoing a refurbishment, but unfortunately the Shoalhaven City Council had an intention to close the library due to funding cuts, as is inevitable, but I just could not stand by and watch that happen, Mr Acting Speaker. So I joined a number of protest marches. I love a good protest march, I have to say. I like a bit of bad behaviour from now and again. And of course, we closed the Princes Highway on that occasion. There weren't 10, there weren't 20, there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people who marched down that main street of Milton to make sure the library stayed open. And so I was able to persuade the majority of councillors to make sure that library stayed open. And since then, we've found so many additional pots of money to make sure that we can renovate now, and the Friends of Milton Library are just going from strength to strength to find new uses for that beautiful space in that lovely heritage building. Well done, Alison Pakes and Sarah Eastaway, for all your work. And throughout the beach and lakeside towns of Sanctuary Point, Basin View, St George's Basin and Errol Bay, we've seen a new ambulance station and police station, 2 election commitments I made in 2015, and 2 stations which will be opening and operating in a matter of months. These massive pieces of infrastructure could not have been possible without the community fighting with me every step of the way. Sanctuary Point stalwarts such as Dennis and Kate Williams, Dick and Joan Mannering, and so many others for years campaigned with me to make sure the government listened and importantly delivered. And further north still in the central Shoalhaven, we've seen some fantastic investment in projects like the Moona Creek pedestrian bridge, significant piece of infrastructure which, again, a community can be absolutely separated and isolated from everything going on in Sydney, but when it comes to a project like this, they completely get behind a particular project, and this was it at Moona Creek. So $1.7 million the government invested in that project, and I can tell you that that community is just so grateful for that expenditure. But also many boat ramps and upgrade to Huskisson Wharf have been unbelievable. They've seen the transformation of Huskisson itself because it's such a busy and thriving tourist area. So those sort of things that make me proud, make me happy, make me proud to be the member for South Coast. I represent paradise as far as I'm concerned, and every time we make it a better place, every time we invest, I think it can't get any better. But also to Nowra, we've delivered major projects, the $72 million South Nowra duplication, the recently announced, along with my colleague and friend and member for Kiama, the $434 million redevelopment of Shoalhaven Hospital, the $310 million replacement funds towards the Nowra Bridge, to also the smaller but no less important and local community projects such as preserving the old Nowra Bridge, upgrading Shoalhaven City Turf Club and making public places, spaces more accessible and user-friendly, including the Nowra Showground. I thank all of those community who have helped to make the South Coast a better place to live and to work over the course of the last year. As for this year, I've represented my community as the member for South Coast for 15 years. I've never been more proud to represent such an amazing region and such wonderful people. I wish everybody on the South Coast a Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and I hope to see you all back here next year.
I'd like to thank the member for South Coast and Speaker, and also thank her very much for the opportunity to serve on the Speakers panel. It's been an incredible honour to be able to work with her, and I wish her and Aussie a wonderful Christmas. And thank you very much. We're hearing private